welcome to Rosy Crafted Colours. Today I'm going to be bringing you a review of my new 72 set of Brutfuner oily coloured pencils. Now these are the new ones they brought out. There is an older set that I do have 160 of, but I haven't used them just yet. But these seem to be a lot softer from what I've heard from other people. This is what they come in. Mine aren't in here because I've put mine in a set. They came with this like foam just to protect them, and they came in these like plastic pencil things that we usually get, but they're quite flimsy. I will use this tin for probably for keeping maybe my Poscas or something like that in. I'll use them for some other art supply to house them, but I thought you'd want to see the what they came in, because it's a nice sturdy box, which is always lovely. So here we go. This swatching sheet came with it. They didn't come in this order. I tried to put them in a better order for me, and this is this sort of order I got them in. There are probably a couple that, like this blue, wouldn't be here, but the pencil looked quite blue. So these are the colours you have. It's quite a good range of colours, I think. So let's have a look. Here's the pencils, and they are the square ones. I can't get all of them in for you, so let's find this number 34 just to show you, because I'm pretty sure number 34 looks like a purple. So yeah, I would have thought 34 would have come out something like this, but it's this blue colour here. So it is really important to swatch your pencils. So what you get with these pencils is a lovely square barrel. I found with my I couldn't really fit them in my Tegel sharpener very easily, or a normal sharpener, but I have this Derwent pastel sharpener and they fit in really nicely into there. But I think they fit really well into those sharpeners where you get like the thin side and the thicker side. They'd be better in the thicker side, I think, because it is making them slightly wider, but they do have nice thick leads. I haven't noticed any uncentered leads. I've sharpened them all. I don't think I had any breakages. If I did, it would have been one. They've been so good. They've been good so far. So you get your Brutfuner brand on there. You get some Chinese or Japanese characters. I don't know what they mean. And you get the pencil number, which I'm really happy with, because I like pencils that are named in some way, because it means you can write down your combinations. There is a couple of sorry for erring a lot, a couple of metallic pencils just there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, although I have swatched them, I want to test them, so I'm going to test them in a book and colour in a book with them with you, and give you my honest review. So here is all the pencils. Hopefully you have seen them all. There is a good range for a 72 set of pencils. There's a nice few pinks, there's a couple of oranges here, quite a few reds, which is nice, a nice little collection of blues, a few purples, 5 purples counting the grey sort of purple, quite a few nice greens and a few browns. And what you don't usually get in these kind of sets is a few greys, and there's, you know, there's quite a few greys. There's even some sort of a bit like the warm French greys you get in the Prismacolors. So yeah, I'm really happy with those. So yeah, let's have a little look at how these work. So I'm going to get them out the way, and I am going to test them in my Beauty of Horror Tricks or Treats colouring book. So there we go. I'm going to try and just move something to get a little bit more space for my pencils. So the picture I am thinking of doing is this one. So yeah, hope you can see that nicely. Sorry if I rock the table a little bit. Yeah, so there we go. And for my Juliana, I like her to have, for these sort of characters from this book, I like her to have them to have this sort of, this kind of colour in them, and that is number 63. Where are you, number 63? Just find that one. I want that colour. I think I'd like 64, probably be quite, I like 65. 65. I'll just find that. Sorry about having to find these colours. Yeah, is that 65? Am I looking? Yeah. See, 65 doesn't match its colour either. It's not a good match. 65, and then I want 64, which is one of these pale colours, so it'll be over here. There we go. And shall I use a white to... I'll see how it works using the white to blend at the end. Right, so I'll put that out the way. So I'm going to start with my number 63 to add some sort of shadows, and I like these girls to look, these characters to look like they are old, sort of, without being gross, flesh. So my first thoughts are these pencils are laying down nicely. They are oil-based pencils, which is really good. They were very cheap. I can't quite remember how much I paid for them, but I will link them. You can buy them on Amazon, and I will link the UK and the American links down below if I remember to do both. But yeah, they were very cheap. I blame Emma Colours 2020 for me buying these, because she was showing the Brutfuner oily pencils in the largest set, and the largest set weren't the square set, but she was showing them and I thought, oh, they look really nice. So I went over to Amazon and bought some, and I wanted a smaller set to try them, because I've been put off by my 64 set because I've got to try and put them in an order that works for me, and that's slight. So now I'm using my number 65, and I find that slightly annoying because I don't want to have to sit and work out an order, because they come in a really odd order. So I thought I'd buy a smaller set that I knew I could order quite easily, put them in an order, and I'm really happy with these. I mean, from swatching them, I'm pleased with them. I'm pleased with the colour variety. It's not all just really bright colours. There's a good mix of colours too. And these are colouring a lot nice. These are colouring nicely on this paper. I'm enjoying using these. These feel nice. So yeah. So what I'll do is I'm not sure if I'll manage to colour the whole picture in this video. It might be quite long. Maybe I'll try and colour the girl, or just colour a few things off here. So now I'm moving on to number 64, which is my last colour. I'm going to have to write down this tone, because I actually really like it. Because I've wrote down my skin tone for Juliana from the Beauty of Horror books. This is Trick or Treat by Alan Roberts, by the way, in case I haven't said. And I like to have a skin tone, and I really like this skin tone. I think that is going to work really well. I'm just going to get my brush because there's a little bit of dust, so there is dust coming off these. That was so easy to blend. I don't even know if I need the white, to be honest. Let's just... Do you know what? I don't really need the white, but I'll just use it to dye it down slightly. They blend really nice. Oh gosh, I'm so pleased about these. I really am. These blend really nicely. And as I said, I haven't had any issues with breakages as yet, so I don't think I did. I don't even think I had one pencil. I can't remember one pencil breaking. I did swatch them out last week, so I can't quite remember, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, they all look of a similar size. I don't think I've had a breakage yet, so I'm really pleased with that. They're really nice. I really like them. I had the Castle Art pencils and everyone really loved them, didn't they? And then I got them and I really wasn't happy with them. I found them to be quite scratchy, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I actually think these might work quite nicely on Amazon CreateSpace paper. Usually my budget pencils, they don't get used on that paper because they just don't work very well on cheap paper. I tend to use Prismacolor, I use Arteza and sometimes Black Widow. I don't use the very budget pencils, they just don't seem to work. But these I think they could, because they're quite pigmented really. These are feeling quite nice to colour. I think these, like any oil pencil, are based on you putting the layers in like slowly, which is not a way I always colour, you know, because I use Prismacolor quite a lot, so you can get a quick, you can get your pigment down really quick with your Prismacolors. So yeah, no, I'm really liking these. They're working really well on this paper, but I can't wait to use them on some Amazon print paper. That'll be nice to see how they work. But as you can see, I'm not having any issues. They're colouring really nicely. They are hard, but they're not super hard. What are they comparable to? I would say their hardness is similar to Black Widow hardness, somewhere there, maybe a little harder than Black Widow. But obviously Black Widow are wax based and these are oil based, so they are going to be different pencils. The only other oil pencils I own are, as I said, I have the big set of Brutfuner, the old style ones, but I haven't used them yet. I haven't even swatched them. But I have some Faber-Castell. I have a very small, I think I probably have about 40 something pencils now. I was lucky to buy a 36 set on eBay and get them at a really affordable price. And then every so often I'll buy myself a couple of pencils to just add to the collection, to try and get my collection up, because I'd like to eventually one day have the full set, but I'm just going to do it slowly. I'm happy to do it slowly. But yeah, and I also have luminance, a small set of luminance. I have the 12 set plus a purple, and I believe Lightfast might be oil pencils. And I found that with them it is all about layering. So we don't have much more skin left to do. I have this bit of skin. So if you like oil pencils, I think these would be a nice set for you. I'm quite surprised because I'm really enjoying them. The last pencils I reviewed for my channel, which were the Ohuhu pencils, I did not really enjoy. There was a lot of breakages, crumbly leads. I haven't had a crumbly lead here yet, so that is brilliant. I hate that when you have a lead that's just crumbling through. But yeah, I was really disappointed with those Ohuhu pencils, so I'm really pleased to see. I'm going to leave these pencils out because I really do want to find those pencils again for this skin tone. So what shall I colour next? I've done all of her skin and that was pretty quick. Should we do her dress? Should we do something pretty and pink? She looks like she would like a nice pink dress. Yeah. Let's do her tights first. Let's do her tights in number 69. And just for a bit of shadowing, I think I'll go back to using 64 that I've used for her skin, because that looks like a nice mix together. I just want her tights to be very simple. Yeah, and I found with sharpening these, some pencils you have to sharpen them with a shallow point, but these I've sharpened to a decent point and they're okay, and I haven't had any breakages, as you can see, while colouring, which is brilliant. Really good. A little bit of shade up there, just, yeah. Oh god, I really want to say thank you to Emma Colours 2020 because I'm really pleased with these pencils. These are working beautifully on this paper. I'm really actually looking forward to using them on other paper. I actually haven't used the Ohuhu pencils again because of the breakages, and there was a few scratchy pencils and I just didn't enjoy using them. So this is nice to, these are nice to use because I'm feeling, they feel nice, they feel really lovely to use, they really do. They do have a little bit of pencil dust coming off them, just so you know. That's something that doesn't bother me. Like as you've seen, I have a makeup brush that I use to push the dust away. Sometimes I blow, which I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing, because you know, it's much easier to brush them away with a soft brush. It does actually get rid of them. So there is quite a bit of pencil dust. I don't know if it picks up on the camera that I'm experiencing pencil dust, but I'm enjoying it. Look at her little lemon sort of pale beigey tights, aren't they lovely? But these are blending nicely, which I'm surprised about. I am surprised about that. That's lovely. So just something else I'd like to talk about while I'm just doing this review, and it's something I was watching someone's video the other day, and it was Grace's colouring corner. I was watching one of her live streams. She was colouring in a Momo Girl page in a Momo Girl book, which they're beautiful books, you know. I'm always tempted to get a Momo Girl book. They are beautiful. And she was talking about how some people get paid to review, and yeah, I think we all know that happens. Some of us might not be aware that some people get paid to review things for their channel, which means, you know, you might not be completely honest with your thoughts. Now, the reason I'm bringing it up is because I'd just like to, what's the word? I'd like to just sort of make sure people know that even if somebody sent me a book, which I have been lucky enough that the Colouring Hive have sent me a couple of books recently, because I bought some of their books and reviewed one of their books online, and they were pleased to see that I enjoyed their style of books. So they sent me a couple of books, and I just would like you to know that no matter how I receive a book, whether it is gifted to me by a friend or sent to me to look at and review, or if I buy it, I will promise to give you my honest thoughts. I don't want to ever lead anyone astray with what I think, and by pretending that I love something that I don't. And it's just not me, and I wouldn't want to be dishonest to anybody, because I before have bought things that have been reviewed and been reviewed as absolutely amazing and excellent and just brilliant, and then I've bought them and I've been like, oh, these aren't great. You know? So I promise that I will definitely always give you my honest review, and hopefully, I mean, hopefully that is understood by people, that I'm not going to be pretending to like something just because somebody sent me it, because I'm not that kind of person. I don't like to lie to people or mislead people in any way. So I'm going to do this orange now. I'm going to use 005, 004 and 0503. What have I pulled out? Oh, it's 50. That's why I'm getting confused. So I reckon they'll be good enough to do the pumpkin. I don't think I need a lighter colour. I don't think I need a darker colour. So I'm going to colour her pumpkin head now. Yeah, so, oh gosh, this is so smooth. I always find oranges and yellows in pencil sets are always some of the smoothest colours, but that orange is very similar to a Prismacolor pencil softness. That is, I wish I could show you, look at just how it's just easily laying down. That is an extremely nice and soft creamy pencil. Yeah, that is lovely. I like that pencil. So I'm using 005 as my darkest orange colour. I think I probably could have done with using a darker tone, maybe, just to play some shadows. Maybe I could have gone for a little bit of a brown, but I've already chosen what I've got, so I'm just going to continue with this. Seriously, this is a super smooth pencil. That's lovely. That is a nice pencil. Yeah, I always find that oranges are some of the softest pencils in any set anyway. I don't know why that is, but they always seem to be super soft, the yellows and the oranges. Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying that pencil. So yeah, I'll always be sure to be honest in my reviews. I will. But the thing is, I tend to just choose things I like already and I've checked them out in some way. So my reviews are probably going to be quite good, mostly because I really am careful with, I mean, I have a huge collection of colouring books, but I really do look at what I'm buying, and so a lot of my reviews will probably be very positive because that's the kind of person I am. I'm quite a positive person. Oh, let's see if these erase well. Just see if I've got any dirt on there. Yeah, gone. That's gone. That orange is gone. Yeah, so there's a tiny bit of ghosting because I haven't sharpened it much, but you know, you saw how little I sharpened it there. So yeah, I'm quite a positive person, so my reviews are never going to be too terrible, probably, but unless I really dislike something a lot. But I try to remember as well, you know, with price point, you've got to take into account how much something costs sometimes. So sometimes I'll say something is good, but I'll make sure to reiterate that it's good for its price point, you know? So now I'm going to use, one second, I'm just going to have a little drink. I'm going to use 004. Let's hope I didn't break my pencil. Yeah, so, yeah, I hope you understand, people understand that I come from a place of honesty. Because I don't want to lie to people and say something is brilliant when it's not. And if somebody is wanting to send me something that I just really don't like, it's not me, I think I'd be quite confident enough to say, I'm really sorry, but that really isn't something that I'm interested in. I have been asked by somebody to, they make like the travel coffee mugs, coffee cup things. Somebody was asking me to feature them on my channel or on my YouTube, my Instagram, and I just didn't understand why they'd want me to. It just wasn't something that I have nothing to do with that. That is nothing that I post. I mean, I love my tea, but I don't, it would be weird for me to start like placing products in my video and being like, oh yes, I really love this. It would be strange, you know. You'd probably be a bit like, what is she up to? What is Rosie up to right now? Why is she showing us coffee mugs? And I was also asked by a vegan company to have one. They had like friendship style bracelets and they wanted me to wear one for videos, and I was like, well, that would be really odd because I'm not vegan. So I said no. I said no, I'm not vegan. It would be weird. It'd be weird for me to wear a bracelet pronouncing veganism, how great veganism is, which I think, you know, if you can manage being vegan, that is brilliant. I love my milk too much to be vegan, unfortunately. But if you aren't something, why would you, if it's not something you love or into, Why would you want to wear it? Why would you want to review it? I just don't understand. So 0.50 for the lighter bit on my pumpkin. Oh, I like this yellow. This is nice. That's a nice golden yellow. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm not having any issues at all blending these colours. There's been different blends here. Obviously an orange blend is easiest, but I've got a purple blend into a beige there, and that is working really well. I didn't have issues. Obviously this oranges are really lovely and smooth, so I'm having no issues at all with these oranges. I could actually see these becoming one of my favourites. Not even joking. I really like them. I think these might take over my Arteza. And I love my Arteza. They're my favourite budget brand. My favourite pencils altogether are my Prismacolor, but I love my Arteza. But these are definitely going to probably take over my Arteza, which, you know, I do love them. Honestly, I love my Arteza. But these, I'm really getting into my Black Widows again recently as well. But these are nice. Very nice. I think this is working really well for this page as well. I can't wait to try them on some Create Space paper, like I said, because I think these are going to be nice on most papers. They're smooth. I will definitely use them on Create Space paper, and I'll obviously at the end of the month I'll do my finished pages video, and I will share that in that video, and I will tell you what I think of them on the Create Space paper. I'll just do this picture for this video. I mean, I could always do an update video where I've used them on Create Space paper. If that's something anyone would like to see, please let me know. I'm quite happy to do that as well. I'm happy to do that. But yeah, I'm liking these pencils a lot. I really like the square shape. They feel really comfortable. They feel very comfortable. Very comfortable indeed. There we go. So, there is dust though. There is dust. I would take that into account. I'm getting nice blends. And they're quick blends as well. There's been no tricky colouring with these. Nothing at all. Beautiful. I love that. I'm really pleased with that. That is looking lovely. What should I do next? Should I do her dress? Because I was going to do a dress before, and I wanted to do it in these pinks because I want her to look very girly. So, sorry. I'm going to use 11 as my lightest, and I'm going to use 12, and I'm going to use 61 as my darkest. So let's get her looking super duper pretty. Right, so my darkest tone first. I really love with these books sort of mixing up the sort of horror aspect with something cute. Like, I always like to make the main character from these books, Juliana, look like really prettily dressed, like traditionally dressed, which I think is what Alan Roberts wanted. You know, he's made a lot of these creepy girls, like, and they're in little traditional dresses, so I think it's what he wanted really. But I really enjoy, you know, mixing the horror with the cutesy aspects. And as any of you know who have been part of my channel for any time, I do love my spooky things. These pinks are nice and smooth too, not an issue. I'm trying to think what pencils are usually not smooth in sets, and I just can't think off the top of my head, because that would be a nice thing to do, to use a colour that sometimes is scratchy. But I'm having no problems. I am getting pencil dust though, so if you're not a fan of that, these won't be for you, obviously. But I don't mind pencil dust, it doesn't bother me. It's just one of those byproducts, isn't it? So yeah, it's got some nice vibrant pink there, but this pale pink looks like it's going to be really nice and pale. It's probably a little bit too pale for this blend, honestly, to be honest. So I think I'm going to have to bring in a bit more of the mid pink. Obviously that's the kind of thing you might get with a smaller set. Like I think I don't think they do the biggest set in the square shape just yet, but they have re-brought out their large set in the, I think they're calling them oily coloured pencils, where the original ones I think were just called oil or something like that. So yeah, there is a difference. There are the old ones and there are the new ones, but the new ones all come in a tin and the old ones come in like a plastic, sort of like a plastic carry case, a bit like with a handle, a bit like a portfolio case. So yeah, you can tell the difference like that if you're looking for them. But these, I'm loving these. I think that's a nice blend. I think that's worked really well. Lovely. I'm not having any issues at all, to be honest. The only thing, like I said, is there's pencil dust, but things like that really don't bother me. Don't bother me at all. I just really love that they're square shaped as well. I don't know if that's just me. Oh, so that's a bit of a top there going up, so I just need to make that pink. I don't know if to do the ribbon a different colour. I might do. I might give her a nice like blue ribbon or something like that. But yeah, I'm really pleased with these pencils. They're nice. So what I might do is I might finish the girl, maybe. Probably don't want to watch me colour the entire girl. So I'll colour my little creepy pretty girl. I've got the rest of the pumpkin to do, and her dress and her shoes. Maybe I might pull out the brown to do the step ladder just to see what the browns are like as well. So we've looked at most colours. The only colours we wouldn't have looked at by the end of this girl, I would say, were green and blues, because except for the ribbon, actually I might do the ribbon blue, but I'm going to do this head like as a zombie head, so that might be green. So yeah, maybe I'll just finish the whole main picture, and then I'll do the border off video, maybe. I don't know. I just never want to bore you by keeping you here too long. I really like these. I'm pleased with these. I know I keep saying it, but I really am. And I promise you, this is an honest review. I bought these myself. This completely honest review. So, where's the ribbon? So this is all dress here. So the pink, I probably would have preferred it to be, my blend to have been a lighter pink, but I probably shouldn't have chose this pink if I wanted a lighter pink. There was some other pinks that probably would have worked better, but she still looks pretty in her pink dress. She looks like she's going to go to a party somewhere. So yeah, I'm really pleased with these. Sorry to repeat myself again and again. I just am really happy with them. So you just let me know if you would like to see a video of me using them on CreateSpace paper, because I'm happy to do that. I am definitely going to use them on CreateSpace paper before the end of the month, because I'm enjoying these pencils greatly. So just let me know if that's something you'd like to see, because I'm happy to do that too. Yeah, I'm happy with this. they're burnishing really nicely too. I don't mind sometimes, but I tend to like to not have those white patchy bits on my pictures, and these are burnishing down really nicely. And they really are mixing well. They're blending really well. I'm just going to have a little drink. Lovely. I'm really enjoying them. So today is Monday the 15th. I hope everyone had a lovely Valentine's Day, whatever you were doing, whether you're single or in a couple or whatever. I really hope you had a lovely day. And if you are a single person, I hope you had a nice day, because I know it can be really tough, things like Valentine's Day. And it's probably feeling tough for everyone this year because of the way we are at the moment with, you know, most of us around the world are in some kind of lockdown. So I hope everyone had a lovely day yesterday and, you know, has a nice relaxing Sunday. I hope nobody was alone. Not just because it was Valentine's Day, but because it's just not nice for anyone to be alone, especially right now. So I hope everyone had somebody with them yesterday. Because, you know, I hate to think of people alone. Unless you want to be completely alone, you know, that's fine too. So I actually got a colouring book for Valentine's Day, which I was really excited about. So I'm going to share that in the next few days probably. And, you know, it is a Valentine's themed book, so I hope you don't mind seeing a Valentine's themed book after Valentine's Day. But yeah, Valentine's Day books aren't just for Valentine's Day. They're for the year. So I can't wait to show you my book, because I love it. I should probably be posting some sort of review this week, because I can't wait to get colouring in it. Actually, I might colour with these pencils in it. I might use, because it is a Create Space paper book, so I might use these pencils in it and see how they work on Create Space paper, because that is really the big test, isn't it, with pencils? It's whether they work on Create Space paper. That's when you know you've got a really decent pencil, when it works on good quality paper and when it works on not so good quality paper, because as we know, the Create Space paper is not the best. It's basically printer copier paper, isn't it? So I would love to, I can't wait to see how they work on there. So that is an okay blend. Obviously my lightest pink is very different from my two other pinks, so it's not going to be perfect, but I think it's worked nicely and I think it's blended easily. You've seen how I've been colouring, and they're laying down nice and quick and smoothly. So yeah, pleased with these pencils. So let's see, I'm just going to give these a little sharpen. You can see me sharpen them. So yeah, definitely need really for these the thicker sharpener, and look, they sharpen to a really nice point, a very nice point. Not an issue at all. So as you can see, I've had no breakages with these pencils so far. Nice, very sharp point. So yeah, I'm really pleased with these pencils, very pleased indeed. I'm definitely going to use these again, and I think I'm colouring quite quickly, and I've got a feeling if I really slowed down as well, my blends would be even better. I'd get even better blends, which would be nice. Yeah. So I think like your polychromos and those sort of pencils, these are more of a gentle layering pencil. But I've still got a good blend off them using them quickly though, so they're going to work both ways, I think. Love these pencils, I'm really enjoying them. I really am enjoying these pencils a lot. I know I keep saying it, but I really am. Like a broken record, aren't I? So there we go, just a gentle bit of that colour there, and let's blend it out. Yeah, because I just went a bit slower then with building up the blend. That has blended even nicer. That is a very smooth blend there indeed. So I would definitely recommend these pencils, especially if you like oil pencils. Definitely, you like pencils that you do like a gentle layering up with, you know, you take your time and really layer up nicely. So yeah, I can't complain about these pencils at all. I really can't. I can't actually find a bad point for them. I think these are really nice. I think this is meant to be like a collar. So, and I haven't had any issues with paper. Yeah, you know, sometimes you get that like torn up paper thing where you've worked the paper a bit too much with that pencil and the paper doesn't like it. I haven't had that. There are certain pencils that do that to your pages sometimes. They do bring up the paper, they peel the paper and stuff. So I'm just going to leave my pinks there because I'm probably going to use them again. But I want to do something for the pumpkin. So the inner part of the pumpkin flesh is usually quite light, isn't it? So if I take a number 2 maybe, and a number 3. So, oh, sorry, just dropped my pencil. Sorry about that. Hopefully these are robust and I don't end up with lots of broken lead inside because I've just dropped my pencil. There we go. This is a nice smooth colour. They keep the point quite well as well, like they're not wearing down super quick, which is nice. I think these would last quite a while. I've got a feeling these will last, which is nice because you can't buy them open stock. As with most budget pencils, there's no open stock. There's no open stock option, but I think these cost me about £30 UK pounds, which isn't too bad at all. So now I want to do the inside of the pumpkin. I want to do it black, so I'm going to use number 28 and I'm going to use 27 as well. I don't want it to be just completely black. So I tend to, as you probably can tell, this black's very smooth, very soft. I tend to shade from dark to light. Some people like to do it the other way around, but I prefer dark to light. I like to see where my dark is before my light. So yeah, it's quite a menacing pumpkin. Got a big grin on its face, but it doesn't look pleasant. This is a really smooth black, very creamy, this black. It's as creamy as that orange before. the grey isn't as creamy as the black or the orange, but that is extremely creamy. Very nice indeed. So I hope that I haven't been on for ages and ages and hours and hours. I don't know how long I've been filming for, so I'm hoping I'm not boring you to death at all. So has anyone got these pencils? These new Brutfuner ones? Anyone have any experience with them? I really liked the square shape, I have to say. I often think that shaped pencils are nicer for you to hold than the rounded pencils. Like the Stegler Ergo Soft, while they're not very soft pencils at all, they're extremely hard. I really like how they feel to hold. You know, they feel very pleasant, you know, it's a nice thing to hold. Like these feel really lovely to hold. These are a nice shape and width. I'm not having any problems with these pencils. I can't find a negative. My only negative, I'm going to think, could be the fact that they are the budget ones and I can't get these open stock at all, which I think would be a nice thing for the budget pencil brands to do. I think what would be really lovely if they maybe come up with sets where it was colour groups, so they just sold your pinks as a set and your greens and your greys and your blacks and your browns and maybe like an orange and yellow set. I think that would be a really good way of making them a little more open stock than they are, because you know, we tend to use certain colours, like my Arteza, my first Artezas, my purples were gone really quickly, and then some of my browns and my black was gone, and my, you know, that was quite disappointing for me that those pencils went quickly, because I obviously used them a lot and I couldn't replace them just singly. So now I want to do the stalk, and pumpkin stalks are usually quite light, so I'm liking this number 20. What colour would go well with that? 20 and yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe go really light with 20 and 64. I don't like this, too orange for me for this. Maybe 22. So I'll go 22. I'll go 20. And I will use a little bit, I'll use 59 actually. I'll use this one, 59, that one looks fine. So I'm going to use this one very sparingly because this is my dark one, but it's not quite the kind of colour I wanted, to be honest. But maybe layered up it'll work. Yeah, that's going to be fine, I like that. So now I'm going to go on to my number 20. That was 22, 022. Yes, this is a nice colour. I like this. This isn't as smooth as the orange and black, but still quite a smooth pencil, laying down easy, getting quite a nice blend there. Yeah, I like that, worked really nicely. While I'm here, I think those two would be really nice for the rope. So even though I wasn't going to do the rope, I think I might colour it because I've got colours that I think will work nicely to make the rope. So there we go. Got this poor like zombie fella that she's grabbed, this poor zombie fella, hung him up. A lot of mischief in these Beauty of Horror books. I know horror books aren't for everybody, you know, people sometimes like the Halloween books but not always the horror books, because you know they are a little bit more, I suppose, hardcore compared to, you know, a nice pretty Hannah Lynn book that's got like sort of horror-ish bits in it, which I love those books too, I do. But yeah, it's not for everybody, these books at all, but I love them. I love Alan Roberts' books. And he's just announced his new one and it looks fantastic. It looks like it's like famous stars, like film stars and singers. And I noticed on the front cover there is a skeleton, Ziggy Stardust, and David Bowie is my most favourite singer of all time, so I was super excited to see that. Colour with Claire shared it on her Instagram and I'm like, yes. So last year the Beauty of Horror creature feature came out. It was due to come out on my birthday on the 2nd of September, which was really exciting for me, and when it came out I got it on my birthday, just before my birthday, and I was super excited. I was so happy. That is a fantastic book, but this one looks even better, especially if you like your pop culture. And yeah, it looks really good, and what they've shown of it looks just brilliant, I think I've used gold. I think that's gold. It looks slightly metallic, but I actually like it. I don't tend to always use my metallic pencils. It still works for rope, weirdly. I think it's meant to be the metallic gold, but I don't mind it. There we go. So, should we do her shoes next? And I would like her to have those like traditional cherry red shoes. So I want these colours here and a red. So I think my red is going to be number 52. Yes. And I'm going to use 18 and 54. So let me try and find 18 and 54. So let's give her some nice traditional little girl shoes. Oh, it's a lovely colour. That is a lovely colour. So this is number 54 that I'm using right now. And my girl is almost done. She's almost done. So yeah. Does anybody like these books? I love these Beauty of Horror books. I think they're fantastic. I own them all. I love them. I haven't coloured in them all yet though, which I want to get to the end of the year and have coloured in most of my books. I want to be able to say at the end of the year that almost every single one of my books has got some colour in it. Because at the moment, the highest percentage of my books, this is number 18, 018, most of them have nothing in them, which is a shame. So one of the videos I did recently, a tag video that was going around, and it was books to add colour to, and it really made me realise just how many books I owned that didn't have any colour in. So it's made me a lot more determined this year. And you know, Lavelia's colouring is still doing her Colour Your Hoard tag, but every month she's doing it as a new month, because I think she was struggling to see everyone's pictures because Instagram wasn't showing them all up to her. So yeah, so I've took part in that quite a few times already this year, and I hope to take part in it a little more in the coming year. So let's get the base of her shoes. I'm going to use that black and grey I used for her pumpkin eyes and mouth. I think these are going to work nicely for doing the border, because they keep their point quite nicely. They keep a sharp point, which I think would be nice. I've gone out the line a little bit there, but that doesn't really matter to me too much. I wonder if I can pick it up slightly with the skin tone. Maybe the white will dye it down a little bit for me. Let's see. Yeah, that's mixed it away a little bit. Maybe I just had a little bit of shadow in there. Get that. That's a tights, isn't it? So I need that yellowy tone that I used. Yeah, that's knocked it back a little bit. It's less noticeable than before. Maybe stick a little bit of this grey. yeah, I'm not bothered by that at all now. Right, so what shall I do? Do her fingernails, and do her fingernails one of these little pink colours, because she needs some nice. So I'm going to just sharpen my pencil just to make it a sharp point, because her fingernails are very tiny. There we go. So am I going to do blue for her dress, for the ribbon? Am I going to do blue? So I'm going to colour this skull in with a little bit of the pale lemony colour that I've used for her tights. So what colour are we going to use for her little sort of ribbon? Maybe I should use a blue, or maybe a lilac would look nice. I want to have used most colours, so I'm going to go for a blue, and I want a light blue. I like this blue, but there isn't really a blue to go with it to tone it down or to add shadow. I'm going to use this blue, 29. Let's get 29 out, because I think that goes with this very pretty sort of old-fashioned dress style. And I'm going to use 35 to do the shadowing for that. So here is number 35, and let's just add a little bit of shadow. Yeah, this will work. Just left a little bit of pink that I haven't picked up there. I want to get that in. There we go. Get that in there. Hopefully this isn't a weird mixture of colours, having the blue and the pink together. I actually think that looks quite nice. There we go. So a little bit more of the darker shade in there, a bit in here. So there we go. She is nearly done. I really like these pencils very much. So I haven't obviously finished the entire page. I'll be finishing soon the video, and I haven't finished the entire page, but you will see it on my end of the month video completely finished. I will finish this page. I may finish it today. I just don't want to keep you too long. I've probably kept you for a long time already. Shall I do these as the blue, or shall I do those as the pink? I want to do this as blue. Which one was my dark? 29 was my light one. That's good, I was doing the right colour. So yeah, I'm really enjoying these pencils a lot. I am, and she's looking ready for some sort of party, isn't she? Not a party I would want to go to, mind, if she's going to turn up with a severed head on a rope, to be honest. I don't think I'd want to join her for that party. Not at all. Is that her done? I have done brown. As I said, I wanted to try the brown. She's all coloured in, isn't she? So there is my pretty little creepy girl. I think it's worked out really well. I really like these pencils. I will put a link in below for the Amazon link for these pencils. I think they're very nice. I do recommend them. I'm really going to enjoy playing around with these pencils. So yeah, that is my initial thoughts on these Brutfuner pencils, and if my thoughts change, I will share that with you, obviously. As always, this is my honest review. Luckily, weirdly though, my review is just 100% perfect, other than there's no open stock for these pencils, or, you know, maybe they could do like small open stocks, sort of open stock style sets, you know, so you maybe like sets of 6 or 12 or something, so that you can get the colour family you need. Because if you got rid of a purple quite quickly, you'll probably find that you've got rid of a few purples with it, or worn down a few of them, because we don't tend to just block colour, do we? So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review. This is definitely an honest review. It's my definite, honestly, my thoughts. I will link in the link below where to get those and where to get this book too. I'll probably just put the Amazon links in for the book. I think you'll probably find it on the book depository and places like that too, if you're not a fan of using Amazon. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope the video wasn't too long and boring. Yeah, so thank you very much, and I'll see you all soon. Happy colouring, whatever you're colouring, and bye.